Okay, turning the head, change direction. Swinging the arms. I don't know if it makes any difference or not. However, just so that you know, the way I was taught is to, when you get here, have your palm outward, not inward, this way. So it looks like this. And I have no idea if it makes any difference from having the palm up or palm down, but I noticed a lot of people were palm down. Turning the waist. Switch direction. And the knees. Opposite direction. And back up to the top again. This time looking behind. Palm up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I think this is always a good one too. Backward and forward. and in. And out. And down here, kick, kick. Okay. Well, perhaps like this here, the water breath or fountain breath, actually, not water, fountain. Up, roll onto the balls of the feet a little bit if you can. Look upward, breathe in, and breathe out. And I call it the fountain breath because I imagine a fountain out in the park, water, cascade, water being thrust upward and then meeting the sun and cascading down, rainbow colors, washing. So this is in breath. And even here, if you can, you roll your tongue and touch the roof of your mouth briefly and hold your breath. And then release tongue, come down. One more. All the way down, draping down. As far down as is comfortable. And then grab and pull, and then come up slowly. And then again, breathing here. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, descends. Breathing into the Dantian, 2 fingers below the navel, physically or mentally, or in our using the yi down here. Breath obviously is here in the lungs, isn't it? In breath, out breath, and then reverse. As you breathe in, squeeze in a little bit with the belly instead of outward. And then as you breathe out, that's when the belly rises under the palms of the hands. Reverse breathing. In breath, out, in, out. And then returning to natural breathing. The breath that when we feel it here, when we feel it down here in the dantian, it's called the womb breath, or the mother breath, Buddha breath, belly breathing, a lot of different names for it. Full low breathing. That's the best description. Full low breathing. When we engage the diaphragm completely, then we totally fill the lung sac and empty it. That's why we breathe. That's why we pay attention to this kind of breathing. Full lobe breathing. And to the degree that it's possible when we are moving and during this time, we breathe when one remembers, and this is what we want to, how we want to be breathing. I guess you could call it conscious breathing also, just like we're calling Tai Chi conscious movement. What I'm endeavoring to do, to the degree that my shoulder joint will allow it, is to go back and to keep my hand here between the right above the pelvic bone here, and keep my hand here, avoiding letting it get lax down here or be too high. I want to be as exact as possible, right through what's called the hip channel, all the way back, palm up, and then turn and come forward, palm down. And one more hint for a couple of people here. Keep the hand coming just below the ear, not way up here, waving way up here like a flag, just below the ear, both sides. And that's true of most of the moves. We want to stay in this configuration. So the arm is suspended and not drooping, so to speak. And it comes forward just below the ear. And of course, as always, in breath going back, out breath going forward. And no need to be laborious with the breathing. No need to have it be audible or have to blow up your belly like a balloon. You want to breathe gently. So the breath becomes more subtle. Not more perceptible. Out breath, In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. We don't have to do official Tai Chi movements. There's no movement like this in the form like this. And there's no movement like this in the form. But what we're working for is smooth, relaxed, effortless, flowing movement. And that's what counts in the end. The others are martial arts postures that we use for our own purposes. But if we want to make up our own movements, no problem. Well, until you run into somebody who's orthodox. Orthodox people are always a problem, regardless of whether it's religion or movement. I think it was the conductor of the Tallis Singers. Very beautiful music they make, Tallis. He was criticized because they do religious music and he had women and men singing together. And he said, that's what the Orthodox, he said, that's the orthodoxy for you. In the meantime, they still continue to make beautiful music. People said, well, this is music for the monks. Okay. Hands climbing the mountain down to the jade table. So when I come down like this, I'm trying, not always successful, but I'm trying. My object is to have my feet parallel when I come down and about shoulder width when I get down here. Then I step back, do scholar points the way. I go into a single leg stance, all my weight on the rear leg. Change, press forward, all the weight on the forward leg. Carry the ball. Spread the silk brocade, weight always transferring from one side to the other, like pouring water from one glass into another. Slowly, so that it doesn't spill. And so that I can feel it. Brush, knee, push, pull. Brush, knee, push, pull. Single whip. One arm back, the other arm forward. Making a hoop. One more step. Little step maybe if you need to. And okay, that's a good warm up. Music. Okay, we take what we were just doing horizontally and turn it into a vertical form. Hands climb the mountain down to the jade table. Scholar points the way. Spreading the cloth. grasping the bird's tail. Extend the arms. Single whip. Push off with your right leg and come over to the corner. All the way onto the left leg and 99% back onto the right bending leg to play the lute. Taking the bow and arrow position again and push, palm. Playing the hoop or going over either one, violin or hoop, whichever you like. Backhand, vertical palm, hand or fist through the palm, past the palm. Push with two palms. It should go without saying, all of these movements, you want to have the breath correspond. So is out breath, in breath as you gather to make a posture, out breath as you take the posture. In breath, out breath. Reach towards the bulletin boards with your right hand, make a fist. Step back right leg, poke up left arm, fist under the elbow. Release. Relax in your shoulders. Relax all over the body without getting shapeless. And keep the form. If we have an outward form, it's inwardly relaxed. Right hand palm up, left hand palm down. Playing the lute. Crane spreads its wings. Crane opens its wings. Push. In breath. Out breath, head up, back level. Diving for the pearl. Lift Turn your arm slowly, right arm slowly rotate so that the little fingers pointing forward. Look through the double tiger mouth and through the back. Back fist, intercepting palm, roll back, make a hoop, open the hoop. Raven around the mountain, right arm strokes over your 90-degree left, up into grasp the bird's tail. Conscious movement. So I feel it right down to the bottom of my foot, or the bottoms of my feet. And when I take a position, I'm being sure that I'm suspended, so I'm not falling into a position. I can reach with my foot, leg, step, and raise and step. Hands waving like clouds. Open your chest. Single whip, patting the horse. So we can do some kicking movement, kicking towards the bulletin board. You get solid and breathe in and kick. And step down gently, kick. Fist to the ground. Turning behind 180 degrees. So when you turn, let's go back here like this. Down. First, I pivot on my left heel until my left foot is pointing at my right. Then I come back into my left leg, and now I pick up my right leg and move around. So I make a 180-degree turn, one limb at a time. Open both arms big. Eagle looks at the sun, turning towards the northeast, or what I call the northeast, the corner here. So my chest is pointing at the corner. My kick goes to the other corner. Kick. Turning 180 degrees, pivot the left first, pick up the right, and step around. And now first I pivot my left foot to come back towards the coffee machine, and then my right. Now I'm back, headed east, kick, come down, southeast. So ordinal and cardinal points of the compass. Kick to the east. Ready? Towards the coffee machine. Ready? Kick. Come down. This way. This way. Step around. Let's do that again. Ready? Kick. Now we come down. See, this is called the T step. T step. L step. Swing around on that leg joint. T step. Quick kick. Bang. Come down. Pardon the horse's mane. Carry the ball. Spread the silk brocade. Close the gate. Grasp the bird's tail. Inhale, coming back. Breathe out, going forward. In. Out. Turning to single whip again. Hands waving like clouds again. Now we're going to do the snake creeps down move. So on this move, come back into your right leg, like you're going to hit yourself with your, but you don't. You come back and then come down your center line, pivot your forward foot, come forward and up and up. Golden rooster. And push. Step back. Monkey steps backwards. Look behind, push from the center of your chest. And now relax shoulders and turn, step right leg, step left leg, going into the slant flying position. Going to do needle at the bottom of the C a second time. Push. Take the crane position like this, or cormorant, could be a cormorant. Cormorant diving down. rising up, rotating the arm, and through the back, backhand, reaching palm, circling fist, back fist, vertical palm, breathing out. Now let's do part in the horse's mane again. Reach under and lift up and press down. So you feel the potential energy, uplifting energy and pressing. Remember, just a reminder, don't push too far. You don't want to hear my center line is off balance. So I'm here. So my center line, my torso, if I had a plumb line from the top of my head down through the core of my body, it would be right there, okay, in between my two legs. That's our balance point. When we're in the bow and arrow stance, that's our balance point. Okay, we're going to go to the corner for Fair Lady Weaves the Shuttles. This way. Other corner. This way. Back to the northwest. One more to the southwest. And turn. And people realize that I've named the directions for the room. This is not the actual directions, right? The general pattern when we're doing Tai Chi is that when you start out and the direction that you point in when you begin, when you do scholar points the way, that's east. No matter what room you're working in, that's east. Okay, last cloud hands. Big clouds. Patting the horse. Thrusting palm. Weight forwards to the left and back to the right to turn 180 degrees to kick. Ready, breathe in and kick. And down. Right fist at your hip. Fist through the palm. Past the palm. Snake creeps down. Tiger mount. Grab. 1, 2, 3. Step to the side. T step. L step. Step around. Outward circling kick to the right. To the left. Ooh, boy, we ended with a thunderclap, huh? There you go.
Hey, Paul.
Yep.
The first are you going to have a second half, and then I'm not going to be here on Wednesday, but Lois will run the Zoom.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome.
Paul,
Yeah.
could you move to your right just a bit,
Move to my right.
to toward the front of the building or toward the reception desk?
Wait a minute. Just a second. Sorry.
All right,
I'm
now
not.
toward your right.
I'm not understanding what we're saying here.
Wrong direction. Okay, but now I need you to kind of get center frame. Okay, thank you, Paul.
Yeah. So we close the curtain, right hand crossing in front of left, pouring into the right leg, left hand high, right hand low, over to the southeast. Pulling right hand high up, rather, left hand down, and both hands down as you come back. Palms down. Stepping around. I'm endeavoring to keep my hands alert as a reminder that my projecting my chi. Up. Fist, palm, circling fist and palm. Adding the horse. Side horse, kick into the pelvic structure. Come down. Whoop. Fist to the ground. Left leg forward. Turn. Eagle looks at the sun over to the corner. Southwest. Down. Kick northwest. Kick. Stepping to the south. Turning to the north. Returning to the west. Ready to kick. Kick. Come down. Northwest. The kick is west, so we kick that way. Kick. So you could sweep around or step around. So we'll go back and let's try to sweep around this time a little bit. Here. Kick. Round. Kick. Two, three, meet, press, release, push, four corners. So in the third section, that means that the four corners comes first. It's number 3. 4. Back to our beginning. Open palm this time. Reach. Circle back. Step out. And pass the palm. Raven around the mountain. Grasp the bird's tail. Connect. Press forward, left and right together. Release. Roll back. Push with two palms. Single whip. Adding the horse. Thrusting. Turn into kick. Ready. Kick. Down. Fist and palm. Circle. Grasp. Release. Press. Release. Push. Last single whip. Or a little slight setting here, and then orthodox finish. then we could add to it. Okay. Yep. You're welcome.
We're ready for.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you,
Thank
Paul.
you.
Bye.
Thank
Yep, you're
you.
welcome. Yep.